Hello everyone. Welcome to today's hot political show, where we'll uncover the secrets hiding in the dark corners of the party. Just when he was about to lose it, he stumbled upon the rising star Zheng Ming. An outrageous idea popped into his head: recommend Zheng Ming for mayor. Zheng Ming initially thought, go hot, Zheng Ming knows a big leap could end in disaster. He knows his own weight. Who's going to vote for a guy who couldn't even pay his rent not long ago? Faced with Zheng Ming's attitude of lack of confidence, his friends stepped forward, one after another, to encourage him. Don't worry, your moment of glory is just around the corner. Subsequently, after a series of persuasive words from his friends, Zheng Ming was somewhat confused but eventually agreed. However, when Zheng found out her husband was all in for mayor, she was a picture of worry. She was afraid her job might complicate his campaign and didn't want to sacrifice her hard-fought future. Eventually, she had to keep the surprise she planned to share with Zheng Ming under wraps. With her friends announcing his candidacy to the media, Zheng became the gossip of the town. People doubted her chances, seeing her rise from obscurity as unlikely. To boost Zheng Ming's competitiveness, friends styled his hair and bought him designer suits, transforming him into upper-class part 2. Of course, changing the outside is easy, but inner growth takes time and effort. Not to mention, Zheng Ming's thick dialect-filled Korean could make anyone's head spin. Before you know it, the first debate came around, and compared to the other candidates eloquently talking, Zheng Ming looked like a headless chicken on stage. Facing rivals' provocations, he stumbled over words. The audience laughed. His father-in-law discussed a real facepalm. After the debate, Zheng Ming's approval rating plunged. His confidence shattered. He returned home deflated. While dancing alone in the room, Zheng prepared to explain, but Zheng Ming, thinking she was cheering him on, excitedly yelled, "More." Seeing his wife's encouragement, Zheng Ming's spirit ignited. The next day, the second campaign addressed the low birth rate. While other contenders offered mindless answers with vague subsidies, Zheng Ming hit the nail on the head, identifying the core issue. Coming from humble beginnings, she knew the struggles all too well. Milk powder and education fees far outstripped those measly subsidies. Plus, today's young folks are buried under massive debts, barely making enough to support themselves. Not to mention the notion of raising kids, which seems almost inconceivable with her remarks that truly reflect a down-to-earth attitude. Not only did it silence the other candidates, but it won her the masses' support. After this round, Zheng Ming's approval rating soared to the top. Suddenly, her opponents felt a wave of panic. In their desperate attempt to undermine Zheng Ming, they shamefully targeted Zheng with their smear tactics. Friends showed scandalous Zheng photos in revealing clothes to roast Zheng Ming, even with her cozying up to a stranger. Zheng Ming finally woke up to reality. His wife had been secretly moonlighting as a sultry singer. This made him panic, and of course, his opponents wouldn't let this chance slip away, using the snapshots as weapons. Further fueled by the media frenzy, Zheng Ming feared deeply that the entire family would bear the full brunt of this. But Zheng Ming refused to back down. His mission was to voice the concerns of ordinary citizens, and he didn't want to betray his supporters for his own reputation. To maintain influence, he took the photos to his wife, hoping she'd quit singing. But by then, Zheng team had made it to the finals of the Dance Queen contest, just one step away from realizing her dream. With both of them unwilling to budge, it led to a huge argument, and their relationship went on thin ice. The next day, the final round of campaigning kicked off, and competitors couldn't believe Zheng Ming showed up, so they unveiled the photos of his wife. They didn't just smear her personal life, they whipped the crowd into a frenzy, questioning how Zheng Ming could manage a city when he couldn't even control his own wife. This onslaught of negative press sent Zheng Ming's approval rating plummeting. Although mentally prepared, he never anticipated his opponents could be this low. Opponents organized goons to heckle, even throwing eggs. Zheng Ming felt unprecedented humiliation, unsure how to respond. His friend rushed over to clean the grime off his face, and in that moment, he felt an overwhelming sense of guilt. The campaigning was still live, and Zheng was watching on TV. She never anticipated her husband would be hurt this badly. At that moment, she was gearing up for her dance finals, but just wanted to dash to his side. She couldn't wait to be with her husband, and meanwhile, Zheng Ming, after a bit of soul-searching, stepped back onto the stage. This time, however, he ditched the pre-prep speech and addressed the crowd's skepticism about his wife directly. "My wife's a politician, not my burden, nor a reason to avoid issues. Families and cities go hand in hand. We need to find solutions together. If being mayor means my family has to give up their dreams, then I don't want the job. Everyone should pursue their dreams, as long as they don't break the law. Who cares what others think?" My wife's words reignited my passion. I'll fight till the end. Keep supporting me. Like and subscribe.